welcome to Inscapia. Today we are doing a poem, No Men Are Foreign by James Kirkup. In this poem, the poet stresses on the similarities among human beings, the ways in which we are all similar. So अगर हम लोग बांटने को देखें, if we think of dividing, there are so many factors that divide us. So we can talk about race, we can talk about religion, we can talk about caste, creed, color, ethnicity. There are so many things that divide us. But there are some ways in which we all are similar. And here the poet finds out some symbols. The poet finds out and stresses on the similarities between human beings. All right. So let's start the poem. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. He says, remember, no men are strange. किसी को strange नहीं समझना है. No men are strange. They just have a different lifestyle. They have a different culture. So किसी को strange नहीं समझना है. No countries are foreign. Alright? We are all part of the same globe. We live on the same earth. So there is no foreign country and no men are strange. They are just different. They belong to different cultures. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. He says, we're all wearing some uniforms. Uniforms का दो तीन मतलब है. One uniform may mean the armies of nations. All right, that is a very dividing factor. All right, so armies of nations. एक यूनिफॉर्म हो सकता है different professions. All right, different professions, different uniforms of different professions. Everything looks very different, and one interpretation of uniform can be the color of our skin. That is also a very dividing factor. All right, so beneath all uniforms a single body breathes. Agar so beneath all this dividing factors, beneath all these dividing factors, there is a single body that breathes. We are all a piece of life. All right, we are all pieces of life. We are all human beings. It's like a single body is breathing. Okay, like ours. Like ours, it means they are all the same. They breathe like us. They live like us. The land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. And they may belong to different countries, they may belong to different lands, but it's the same land. Okay, जमीन में क्या डिफरेंस है? There is no difference in the land. All right, सब तो जमीन ही है. So the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this. So हम जहाँ खड़े हैं and बाकी लोग जहाँ खड़े हैं, it's the same earth. और इसी मिट्टी में जाना है. मिट्टी तो सेम ही होता है हर जगह का. Alright, I'm not talking about the nutritional capabilities of soil, but soil is soil. And in that soil, we all have to lie down. We all have to be either buried or burnt or whatever. Alright, so we'll go into that same soil. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. This is one of the most important lines of the poem and a complicated one. All right. So यहाँ पे poet ने बोला है कि they too aware of sun and air and water. So they also interact with the nature like us. They also know how to live with nature like us. And they are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. See, to understand this line, you have to compare war to a long winter. Normally what happens is विंटर के आसपास लोगों को खाने का स्कार्सिटी होता है, कमी होता है. एंड आफ्टर दैट इज हार्वेस्टिंग. सो व्हेन वी हार्वेस्ट आफ्टर दैट, सो इट्स लाइक ए लॉन्ग विंटर. एंड लॉन्ग विंटर के बाद जो हार्वेस्ट होता है दैट इज़ वेरी पीसफुल हार्वेस्ट. ऑल राइट, वी हैव हार्वेस्टिंग फेस्टिवल्स, वी हैव बिहू which is a harvesting festival. All right, so here it says they are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. That means everyone desires for peace. Here war is compared to a long winter. ठीक है, अच्छे से समझो. First thing is, normally what happens is when there is a long winter, people face scarcity of food. Okay, and so after that, when they harvest, so their hands are ours. That is the first similarity, the land. Second is everyone desires peace. All right, everyone desires peace. This is one similarity in all the common man, in the common folk that we have. everyone desires peace. Their hands are ours, and in their lines, we read a labor not different from our own. And our hands are similar because we all have to work for our survival. And in their lines, in the lines of their hands, we read a labor not different from our own. That means everyone has to work hard to earn their living. So all are working hard. That is a similarity. We all have to work for our food, for our survival. So we got three similarities: land, desiring for peace, and then labor. Okay, labor, working. All of us are working hard for our survival. All right. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. That means they have eyes like ours. They see the world like we do. Okay? They also need rest. They wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. That means all people desire love, and you can win over people through love everywhere. Everywhere you go, if you are of a loving nature, you can win over people. That is one similarity. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. If you go to any faraway village, whether it's in the mountains or it's in the valleys or wherever you go, okay, everywhere common life is the same. People will wake up, they will go to work, they will do their own things. Okay, they will work for their survival, they will celebrate, they will be happy, they will be sad. Common life can always be recognized and understood. So the fourth thing is love. Everyone desiring love, and you can win over everyone through love. Okay, so this is the fourth similarity. If we are all similar, that whenever someone says to hate others, it's like we are hating a part of ourselves. So the poet says, let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. He says that whenever someone says to hate your brothers, that means he's talking about other people. It's not hating others actually. It's hating a part of ourself. It's ourself that we shall dispossess, will deprive ourselves of love, will become hateful, will betray our own self, will condemn, will hate ourselves. All right. So whenever you hate others, first thing is you become hateful, you become bitter, you become toxic. That is the problem. So it's not hating others, actually, it's hating a part of yourself. Therefore, he says, remember, we who take arms against each other, it is the human earth that we defile. So, whenever we take arms against each other, when we fight against each other, it's the human earth that we are making, we are destroying. Okay, it's our own planet that we are destroying. We are damaging our own planet. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. And wherever we have innocent people, what is happening is when we expose innocent kids and innocence to the evils of the society at a very young age, what happens is their innocence gets taken away. Therefore, the hell that we are creating of fire and dust, this is destroying the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. So you remember, no men are foreign and no country is strange. So always remember, we are similar actually. No countries are foreign, and no men are foreign actually, and no countries are strange. Same thing. All right, we should not think of others as very different just because they belong to a different culture or a different lifestyle. We are all similar. Internally, we are all similar. We are all human beings, and we all have to coexist on this planet. So here he talks about all the similarities. The important line, the complicated line is this. All right, I'll repeat this line once again, that war is compared to a long winter, and in winter normally there is scarcity of food. So after winter, when people get to eat, it's a celebration. So here war is compared to a long winter, and after that there is peace, so people desire for peace. This is one similarity, that all people desire for peace. The common man normally desires for peace. All right, so the first symbol is land, the second symbol is desiring for peace, Third symbol is universal labor or hard work. Fourth is strength, that people can be won over by love. Common man, common life, that is one symbol. So these are all symbols, okay? And so you should remember that whenever we are hating others, it's like hating a part of ourselves. So I hope you understood the poem. I'll see you in a new video. Thank you.